Hello, this is Joanne Musa, the Tax Lien Lady, and this is Tax Lien Lady Ask the Tax Lien Lady Live, where you get your questions answered about tax lien investing. So hello, everybody. Let me know that you're here. Say hello when you come on, and let me know where you're from so that I can best answer your questions about tax lien and tax deed investing, because you know what? It's different in every state. Hey, in some states, it's different in every county. And in some states, it's different in the different cities. So, hello, Martin. Where are you watching from today? From Dallas, Texas. All right. Uh, how's the weather there? We're having sunny days here in Pennsylvania in the Pocono Mountains. And I am sitting in my living room. I was sitting outside earlier. Oh, that's my son, my youngest son. Yes, my, let me turn that so that you don't see him in the background anymore. Hi, Tim. From Colorado. Okay. I wonder if is it still cold up there? Not too long ago, about a month ago, it was still snowing there. Actually, we were getting some flurries once in a while here too, but now it's nice and sunny outside. My trees, I'm looking out the window now, are bloomed. I have a couple of ornamental trees on the property that have really pretty flowers. I have a weeping cherry tree on one side of my property, and those flowers are already done. And now I have another ornamental tree, I don't even know what it's called, that has some nice flowers that are bloomed now. So what are your questions, guys? Come on. That's why I'm here. Tell me, what do you want to know? Yeah, snow in the mountains yesterday in Colorado. Yeah, well, my husband is out in Washington State. He is in Pasco, Washington, which is actually high mountain desert. Actually, Colorado is parts of Colorado are desert too. I don't know why you get so much snow there. Hey, Jeff, in Delaware. I bet you the weather is nice down there too. They have redeemable deeds down in Delaware, just like they do, and very short redemption times. So definitely something to get into. And the Maryland tax sales are coming up now, and I am doing a Maryland a course, Done With You training on the Maryland tax lien sales. And yeah, that's my youngest son, Nick, walking back and forth behind me, brushing his teeth, getting ready to go out. Okay. Martin says he'd like to buy liens in Alabama, Texas, and Missouri. Alabama is a lien state, not my favorite. I don't invest there. It's got a 3-year redemption time. Judges there aren't always nice to tax lien investors, let's say, okay? Texas, very good state, redeemable deeds in Texas, and when you buy that deed, you are considered the owner of the property. Previous owner or the delinquent taxpayer has the right to redeem, but you're considered the owner of the property as soon as that deed is recorded. And you can't really sell it. You can rent it. You can evict who's living there, or you can collect rent from who's living there, but you don't want to do any major fix-ups to the property. Don't change the countertops or paint, because you're not getting that back. But if there's a hole in the roof and you fix it, you will get that back with penalty in Texas. Missouri is a pretty good state. You do have to be a resident of Missouri in order to invest in tax liens there. Or you could get an agent to do it for you that lives in the county that you want to invest in. But if you do live in Missouri, it's a great state to invest in. If you don't, it's a little tricky. because the agent that you get has to live in the county that you're investing in, and they have to do it in their name and then assign the lien to you. Okay, that's how that works. And sorry about a little bit of background noise. That's just my son leaving. But it is, I have a big picture window in front of me, and you could see, let me turn this around so you could see it. And you could see the tree. Don't mind the mess around it. I am getting ready to move eventually someday, and things are kind of scattered throughout the house. But that is one of the trees I was telling you about, and I've got this big picture window. So that's why I wanted to do this here today instead of in the room that I usually do these Facebook Lives in. Okay. Yes, Florida tax liens are in May, Tim. I don't really do much in the Florida tax lien sales. They're all online now, and they pretty much, if you want a decent property, it gets bid down to 0.25%. So you get the 5% minimum penalty if it redeems. If it doesn't redeem, you get to pay all the subsequent taxes and redeem all outstanding liens, and that accrues at 18%. But I'm not a fan of the online tax sales in Florida, the online tax lien sales, okay? I am a fan of secondary liens in Florida and the deed sales. Okay. So what questions do you have for me today? What questions do you have for me today? And I don't know if my assistant, Nicole, I haven't seen her yet. I know we've got a few people here today, and only a handful of you guys said hello and told me where you are. Hey, Kevin. Yes, I am crazy. I am crazy. Where are you watching from? And what states are you interested in? Yeah, Tim, that's a great question about explaining what a redeemable deed is. And you know that some states sell liens and some states sell deeds, and some states do something a little bit in between. And that's a redeemable deed. And what a redeemable deed is, you go to the sale and you bid on it just like it's a deed. Okay, you're bidding for the property. But there still is a redemption time, and you don't actually get the property until the redemption period's over. So the previous owner can come back and buy that property back from you and pay, in some states, a hefty penalty. In Texas, it's 25% in 6 months, every 6 months. But actually, it's not every 6 months. It kind of is, but only for a year. And after 6 months, it doesn't like go on for another 6 months. You're the owner of the property after 6 months. However, if it does get redeemed after that, you get 50%, but it doesn't go on after that. It's not like Illinois, which is a lien state, and they have a penalty that every 6 months gets, added. It doesn't work like that. Now in Texas, if it is a homesteaded property, the redemption period's 2 years. All right, but you still only get 25% if it's redeemed in the first 6 months and 50% if it's redeemed after that. Okay, other states do not work, other redeemable deed states do not work like Texas. Most of the redeemable deed states have a 1-year redemption period, not all, but most, and a lower penalty. A lot of them have a 12% penalty, 1% per month, or South Carolina, it's 3% per month. Georgia is a little more. It is 20% penalty for a year redemption period. Okay. Hi, Antonio. Okay, you're in Georgia, and Nicole's here. Hey, Nicole. Hi, Philip. Philip says, where can you find all over the counter tax liens in Florida? Is that possible? From Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. I don't do over the counter. I don't think it's a good strategy, very time consuming, and you put a lot of work in sometimes for nothing because most of the stuff left over is no good. That's why it's left over. I like secondary liens instead. So I don't really look for the over-the-counter liens, and I can't help you with that, Philip. Tax sale finders and tax sale resources, same company. Tax sale finders is the new tax sale resources. They do have over-the-counter lists that you have to pay for. And sometimes you can find it on the county website for the counties that do. Not all of them do have over-the-counter, sell over-the-counter liens. But again, not a strategy that I do. I don't think it's worth it. I much rather would go to the sale or buy secondary liens. Okay. No, secondary lien does not mean over the counter, Philip. That means a lien somebody else bought at the sale and is selling secondhand. Hence, secondary liens, the secondary market. The first market is the primary market that you buy at the sale, and the secondary market is when you buy from somebody else who bought at the sale. Okay, so that's cleared up. Now, one thing I want to let you know about while you guys are thinking about your questions and putting them in, because I do have to limit our time today for this Facebook Live. So I want you to know about a couple of things. Tomorrow night is the first mentoring call for the Maryland tax sale training that I'm doing. I did a Done With You training for Arizona. Kevin, you're in Arizona, so you would like to know that. I did one in February while the tax sales are going on. That's why it's called Done With You, right? Because I actually show you how to register for these sales and take part in them while they're happening. Then I did a training for the Indiana Commissioner sales, which I like very much. And now, because the Maryland sales are the sales that I like the most that are going online right now. Not crazy about the New Jersey online sales. I love New Jersey, but I like the live sales, not the online sales. And I'm not crazy about the Florida online sales. And what else is going on right now? Nassau County, really not crazy about that one. You need a real high deposit on that. I think you need to deposit $5,000 in that sale just to participate. And I don't know if they take that to be 10% of your budget, and then that means you have to have $50,000 budget just to be in that sale. So what I like that's going on now that's online, what I like the best are the Maryland tax sales, and that's why I'm doing a training on that. Module 1 is available now in the training program, and we're having our first live call tomorrow night. So if you're interested in that, Nicole just put a link for you where you could get more information and register for that. It is $497 to register for that training, and you get lifetime updates. Okay. All right. Now, the other thing I want to tell you about is something that is free to register for, and that is my next Investing for Success conference on Thursday from 12 p.m. Eastern Time until 3:30. I have some amazing experts lined up, including yours truly. And we're going to go over some things that are really good for tax lien investors to know, things that make your investing easier, more fun, and more profitable, like clearing the title to your tax foreclosed property, like how to do your due diligence easier and faster, how to manage your liens. And I even have, somebody talking about the most profitable secondary market. So you're going to want to register for that. You could register free. If you want the recordings, you do have to pay for the recordings, but if you do it now, if you get VIP access now, it's only $47 for all 5 experts, the recordings, and some of the experts are going to be giving away free stuff, free discounts on their services. And I've got one mystery expert who is going to tell you about something that you probably don't know, a way that you could buy tax liens without going to the tax sale. And what is the word, that you diversify your risk in the liens? You could do that at the same time. You know, like when you don't put all your eggs in one basket and you're not investing just in one place, let's say. Okay, so he'll be talking as well. I'll be interviewing him. So I've got some great interviews lined up for you, as well as a training, an hour training from me, and then 4 30-minute interviews with other experts. And Nicole has put that link in for you to register for the Investing for Success conference. Okay. All right, guys. So what are your questions? Let's see. Martin has something in here. What are some good things to look for to make sure a tax deed or lien is a good buy? That's a little vague, Martin. To make sure a tax lien or a tax deed is a good buy, you're going to have to narrow it down a little bit. Tax lien or tax deed, which one and in which state? Okay. Going to have to narrow it down. It's different in every state. I tell you guys that every time I come on here. So I have to know, you know, what state you're talking about. And any other questions? Okay, guys, you got to give me your questions now because I can't hang around here that long today. So don't wait until 2:30 to give me your questions, all right? All right. Yeah, we've got quite a few people on here. And so if you haven't already, say hello. Let me know where you're from. And Martin, I need to know whether you want to know about liens or deeds and which state. Some of the things that I look for when I look for states to invest in are ones that have short redemption times. And I'm talking about liens and redeemable deeds now, not deeds, because deeds, there is no redemption, right? But liens and redeemable deeds, I'm looking for short redemption times. Like Delaware, we have a gentleman here from Delaware. That's one of the shortest, by the way. I think it's 90 days. That's one of the shortest. The other one that's one of the shortest is the training that I just did on, hey, Arpad, how you doing? From Switzerland. Good to see you on here. Just got done talking about the Maryland training that you jumped in on. And I will let you know, I know you've done this before, but you got to tell me, I know you love Maryland, but you must have a U.S. entity to invest in Maryland, because a lot of the counties do not allow foreigners to invest, right? So I'm assuming that you have a U.S. entity. All right, so Martin's asking, what are the best states to buy deeds without being a resident? Okay, now you're being specific. I like that, Martin. I'm just going to tell you the ones I like, okay? But just deeds, not redeemable deeds. Michigan, good state, and New York. And the reason I like those states, and Louisiana. Why I like New York and Michigan is because they actually let you look at the property if it's vacant before the sale. They actually have days that you can tour the property, like the day before the sale or 2 days before the sale. It's a specific day, and that's all you have for New York. A specific day they do it. For Michigan, they actually show you pictures of the inside of the property if it's vacant. So, some counties in Michigan, but I do like the sales that they have up there in Michigan, and I like the sales in New York. Many of the New York ones are online. Many of the Michigan ones are online too. So it's easy for out-of-state people to do it. Although I always recommend you look at the property before you buy. I mean, you are buying the property. You want to kick those tires before you buy the car, right? Same thing. Okay. RPAT is interested in Indiana. I love the Indiana commissioner sales because they have a shortened redemption period, and those sales just finished. Okay, and the regular sales happen in the fall, so that will be coming up. I don't know if I'm going to do a training about that. I'd rather just, I've already done the training on the commissioner sales. I like that better. What is the interest rate and penalty in the Baltimore City tax lien sale? Well, one thing I got to tell you, Jeff, is that every county in Maryland has a different interest rate. They all have the same redemption period. It's a 6-month redemption period, which is why I like it. But the interest rate is different. They don't have a penalty. It's just an interest rate. And off the top of my head, I don't know what it is in Baltimore City, but that will be in the course. I will have it all mapped out in the course. Okay, you're welcome, Martin. What are the best states to buy tax liens without being a resident? I like Indiana, but if you're bidding in Indiana and you're not a resident, bid in your own name, not in an entity name. Because if you bid in an entity name, your entity has to be certified to do business in Indiana, and it has to be certified that it doesn't owe any taxes where you're investing. And that could take a couple weeks. So that could, take up more time before you actually, if you're registering like only a week before the sale and then you find that out, it could prevent you from actually bidding in the sale. So I would bid in your own name if you want to do Indiana. Another state that I recommend for liens for out-of-state bidders. Not too many for out-of-state. I like the live sales. That's the problem. I like the live sales better than the online. I'll tell you a redeemable deed state that I like is South Carolina, but you have to go there to the sale. Tennessee is another one that I like, a redeemable deed state, but most of the counties you have to go there. Some of them you could do online. Another good one for out-of-state people is Mississippi. Many of those are online. But again, I do recommend you look at the property first or have somebody look at it for you. Yeah, RPAD, the course that I offer on Indiana is for the commissioner sales, not the regular tax lien sales. So here's what happens in Indiana. The tax lien sales are in the fall. And if it doesn't get sold in that sale, it gets certified to the commissioner and is sold in the commissioner sale in the spring. And the starting bid is lowered and the redemption period is shortened only 4 months instead of a year. That's why I like the commissioner sales. So I do have a training on that. And you can talk to me about that later because you just bought the Maryland training. So when you do a training with one of those trainings with me, I'll let you get into another one for half price. So yeah, contact me about that by email. Let's see. Any other questions? Any other questions here? I've got about 5 more minutes that I'll give you guys for putting in your questions here so that I can answer them. And Martin's asking, should you hire a lawyer when you purchase a tax lien or deed? Only in certain states. In Indiana, yes, I use an attorney. In Illinois, you will probably need an attorney. Most states, you don't need an attorney until it's time to foreclose, and then you need an attorney, but you don't need them in some of the redeemable deed states. You don't need an attorney in South Carolina. That's why I like it. And in Tennessee, I don't think you need one. What you do need an attorney for is to clear the title of the property, both deeds and tax sale foreclosures from liens. But sometimes you could do that with the title company faster than you could do it with an attorney. And the difference in, and that varies each state, difference in price. So what it is, but we're going to talk about clearing the title to your tax foreclosed properties in the Investing for Success conference that we're doing in Thursday in a couple of days. So make sure you're on there to find out about that. But generally, you don't need an attorney in a lot of tax lien states until you're ready to foreclose on the property. And in some, like in Florida, you don't need one until after you get the property, and then you just need to clear the title on the property. You'd need it for that. But normally you don't need an attorney once you get a lien, except in a couple of states where you have to do noticing, and that is Indiana and Illinois. Okay. Yes, Jeff, the Maryland training is an additional training, but members do get it at a discount. And an email should have gone out to members about that too, with a code for that discount. Yeah, members get in at half price. Also, if you just finished the Indiana training, you get into the next training at half price. So yes, I treat my customers well. And my coaching clients get in for free, okay? Those are the perks of working with me. All right, any other questions, guys? Last call, okay. Last call for questions. Last call. And I'll give you another minute. Give you another minute to put your orders in. You know, it's just like the bar when it's last call. Okay. Any live trainings plans? Anthony, where were you when I was talking about Maryland? I'm doing that now. Oh, you mean live in-person trainings? I'm doing live online training for Maryland tax sales. Okay, those tax sales are online. Any live trainings, live in-person trainings? I do VIP days with clients, and I can do them anytime. And if you're interested in a VIP day with me, I'll tell you what you do. Go to taxlienlady.com/mentoring-application. And Nicole, can you put that link in the comments for Anthony? And then you can, if you fill in that form, you'll get a link to schedule a 30-minute call with me. And I can tell you about my VIP. I could do a 1-day VIP training with you, or 3 days. I've gone to sales with people in person. I've done a 1 day in Indiana. I've done a 3-day down in South Carolina, where the sale was on a Monday. I went on we did due diligence on Friday and Saturday. We took Sunday off, and then we went to the sale on Monday. I also include a year of coaching because you need some coaching to get you ready to go to that sale, and you need coaching after you get something in the sale. Okay, so the VIP days include a year of coaching too. And Nicole has just put in the direct link for you to the page I just mentioned, because sometimes that page doesn't, it's a redirect to the page that she put in. And sometimes that redirect goes crazy and it doesn't work right. So thank you, Nicole, for putting in the direct link. Okay, you're welcome, Anthony. You're welcome. And where, let me ask you, just out of curiosity, Anthony, where would you like to go? What tax sale are you interested in going to? What state? I do like the live sales better than the online, by the way. It's just that many of them now are online because of the COVID shutdowns. Like Lake County, a couple of years ago, Lake County Commissioner sale, I went live. This year it was online. And it was crazy, crazy. North Carolina, oh, Anthony. If you want to go to South Carolina, I would think that would be better for the redeemable deeds. North Carolina, I would go, but there's not a lot available in North Carolina. Most of the counties do not have much available. We'll check it out and see what is available, but are you close to South Carolina? Because I like South Carolina. It's one of my, okay, South Carolina, okay. How far away are you from South Carolina? Because you do have to go in person. I think one of the counties might be online now because of COVID, but most of them are still live, which I like. Yeah, close enough. All right, we'll talk about it. We will talk about it. Fill in that form, and I will meet with you on Zoom, and we will talk about it. 1 hour, 15 minutes. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, we'll talk about which counties are close to you. They will have their tax sales coming up. Most of them are in the fall, but might be a couple in the summer. You'll have plenty of time to get ready for them. Yeah, and I would love to. Okay. Oh, salt. Okay, salt. You got it. You got it. All right. Any other questions before I close this meeting? And Arpad, I will see you tomorrow night. Maybe, I don't know, it might be too late for you. It might be in the wee hours of the morning, right? In Switzerland. Yeah, I know 7:30 at night here on East Coast is it must be the wee hours of the morning for you, huh? I do get up at 5 o'clock in the morning myself, though. But I don't know. It might even be. I don't think it'll be earlier than that, would it? Oh, it might be. It might be because you might only be like 6-7 hours difference from me. So, yeah. Yeah, so it'll be the wee hours of the morning in Switzerland, I guess. All right. If there's no other questions, I am going to say goodbye. I will see you in 2 weeks here. Okay. And hopefully I know I'm going to see a couple of you tomorrow night, and I want to see all you guys on Thursday. All right. Bye, everybody. I will see you next time. Thanks for joining.